Welcome to Running on Reddit. Like and subscribe, or you'll be running on fumes. This happened 3 weeks back now. I recently started a job at a bakery where we have $1 cupcakes on Tuesdays. Now, people will order them ahead of time, having us set them aside and bag them. They give a pickup time and name. All is good. Not everyone knows about this, but hey, they are a buck, so they do it next time. As you can imagine, everyone comes in and gets dozens. This day though, was a day. At the time, we had about 10 people in our small storefront. There are usually 3 of us to help customers, so we do our best. I call to help whoever is next, and a woman and her daughter walk up. The woman starts telling me her life story, but today they are at our bakery to buy 60 cupcakes for a baby shower on the weekend. Okay, no problem. Did you want to get 5 flavors, a dozen each? She struggled with this idea for a bit, but finally agreed. This is where it turns. She tells me she wants the prettiest cupcakes, since it's for a shower. Okay, the best decorated ones, can do. She picks cookies and cream, and I start to fill a dozen. She stops me and asks me to pull the tray out of the case and let her individually choose each cupcake for each dozen. Her daughter gets embarrassed instantly. I kind of stared at her for a second till she asked again. As if there weren't 7 people behind her wanting cupcakes as well. So there I am, forced to pull the tray out, while she picks 12 cupcakes from throughout the whole tray. People around her are kind of staring, and her daughter had tried to say something, but she ignored it. It took 15 minutes to get them all. It was insane. My coworker helped her check out, and he kind of bluntly told her that she needs to order next time, especially if it's for such an important event like a shower. Don't be so sucky and cheap, especially if it's for an event. Edit. Something I had forgotten about this interaction till the morning was she asked me to get 30 of the leaf rings we had on the funfetti rings, because they were so cute, and they all had to match. We didn't charge her for them either. Edit 2. Someone kindly pointed out a spelling mistake, and then deleted their comment. Thanks. Wow, when ordering in bulk like that, usually it is understood and okay to just get the normal ones picked. Hand selecting them at such a busy time, and with only 3 people, that just isn't cool. From a long time ago, when I first started working auto parts, a customer came in looking for carburetor dip. For those that don't know, this is a can of extremely strong solvent made for dropping a whole carburetor into. It will strip enamel/grease/carbon. It's usually sold in 1-gallon sizes, looks like a can of paint. It's also sold in 5-gallon containers, but nobody ever gets that. This guy wants a 5-gallon. I look it up, and it says we have one in stock. I've never seen it, that I can think of. I head to the back and start searching. The back of the store has the wholesale counter, and that's where I found it. Literally buried in bags of oil absorbent, with a lot of dust. I got everything out from in front and on top of it, and luckily they have a metal ring on the top to grab it by. I grab the can and slide it towards me, and then hoist it up. The can tore apart like wet toilet paper. This stuff gushed everywhere. Luckily it just got my shoes. I'm holding the top of the container in my hand staring at the massively spreading mess. Guys at the wholesale desk are freaking out. Then the floor starts smoking. The fumes were extremely choking. We all rushed to open all the doors and rushed everyone out of the store. Called 911 because those fumes were extremely harsh. They sent in hazardous materials crew. From the time of the spill of their arrival was maybe 30 minutes. Took about 3.5 hours before we were cleared to enter the store. Lots of ruined products around the spill, but the floor was the worst. It ate the floor. There was a distinct crater where the tile was gone. One of the hazmat guys showed me the can, which was over 3 years past its expiration date. Turns out the expiration date is for the can, not the chemicals. Chemicals are no joke. Kinda saw the floor damage coming, but was totally not expecting the part about the hazmat visit. I worked at a retail store a few years ago, and we had a special sale where customers donate to charity and get a 20% coupon for the whole day. Now the point of the sale was to give money to local charities. 100% of the money donated went to charity. It was a $5 minimum and the customer receives $5 off of their first purchase plus a 20% coupon to use all day on anything in the store. So basically the customer is not out any money. They don't lose money by donating. So in walks this Karen. She comes up to my register and wants to purchase a dress and get the charity coupon. Me, okay, I will add the $5 donation and you will get that $5 taken off the price and then I can apply the 20% to your total. Karen, no, I don't want to spend $5. I just want the 20%. Me, oh, you can only get the 20% when you donate $5 to charity, but you get the $5 off your purchase as well as the 20%. Karen, I don't want to give money to charity. Me, well, that's the whole point of the sale. Karen, well, that's $5 I could spend on myself. Me, you aren't losing $5. You get the $5 off the dress plus the 20%. You get both discounts. Karen, just give me the 20%. Me, I can't do that unless you donate. Karen, this is ridiculous. Me, yeah, it is. Karen refuses to donate, so I sell the dress to her for regular price and she goes on her stupid way. I really don't understand why she was so hostile and refused to donate. I do know some people are very picky about which charities they give money to, but we had the charities listed at every register and they were all local places and all the money stayed in the local area, so it wasn't like it was going to a CEO's jet or something. Edit. Many of the comments seems to be confused about this sale, so I don't blame Karen. I see now I probably did a bad job explaining the sale as it is a bit convoluted and confusing. But the main point of our transaction was when she said that's $5 she could spend on herself, even though the cost would have come out even before the 20%. That sale is a bit confusing, but heck, if I could spend $5 and save 20% on a piece of clothing I'd do it. Background. I work at a service station, petrol garage, usually doing a pretty wide range of shift times. The store isn't located in a bad area, but we still get more than our fair share of customers who might need reminding they actually have to pay for things before attempting to leave. We are told by managers that we should remind them of such, but if they get confrontational or insist on leaving, we are simply to call the cops immediately, pull up the CCTV footage, and put that person on the banned from store list. So, one fine rainy afternoon, I'm the only one out front. My co-worker is in the back rearranging fridges and other stock. We are mostly quiet, so I'm doing some paperwork behind the till, when in comes crazy lady, CL. From the minute CL came in, she looked pretty shifty, so of course I'm keeping a discreet eye on her as she meanders through the aisles. I watch as CL shoves a whole range of items into her jumper before she comes up to the till. The only thing she places down to pay for is an ice cream, and she asks for smokes. As is procedure, I go through with the transaction and wait until the CL turns to leave the store, making her intention to steal clear. Me, excuse me, ma'am. You'll either need to return the items you've stashed in your jumper or you need to pay for them. CL immediately starts yelling, what items? I've not got any. Me, ma'am, this store is under video surveillance. I witnessed you place items in your jumper. If you won't return or pay for them, then I'll have to call the police. At this point CL starts hurling abuse, cussing and generally being an upstanding citizen. She proceeds to open up her jacket, releasing everything she's taken to fall on the floor, and makes a point of stomping on the items like a behaviorally challenged 3-year-old. Me, eager to de-escalate considering how she's responded so far. Thank you, ma'am. Please feel free to go. This sets her off even worse. She throws the ice cream she just bought at me, although it's still in a wrapper. While I'm standing there trying to process the fact I've just been hit in the chest by frozen dessert, the CL is going for the shelf filled with 2L bottles of soft drink that's set up next to the door. And then she begins hurling them at me. Luckily I'm able to duck into a nearby aisle. Kind of panicking at this point, because me being a small female against a clearly deranged customer are not great odds, that and if I did decide to defend myself via violence, I would no doubt be fired. Finally, after what felt like a lifetime, I hear the bell above the door go off, a loud slapping noise and the CL starts screeching, like someone had simultaneously just killed her newborn child, and shoved a hot iron under her fingernails. I decide to risk taking a peek to see what set her off. Thankfully it's the police. Two officers are pinning this woman to the ground and are handcuffing her despite CL's best impression of a fish out of water banshee hybrid. My co-worker had apparently heard the commotion and called the police. Luck was on our side in that a patrol car was only a street over. With CL struggling the entire way, they managed to cuff her and get her into their car. To finish off the lengthy story, when asked I did indeed agree to have charges pressed. Because honestly, if someone is going to go that psychotic with that little provocation, they probably either need help or to just straight up not be on the street. Update. Fixed some spelling errors. Thanks for pointing them out. I'm using a mobile. And thank you for upvotes. That went from 0 to a 100 real quick. Thank goodness the cops were nearby to catch the flailing banshee woman. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and turn on the bell or you'll be running on fumes. See you in the next video.